Today we will talk about 1 minute scalping strategy. Yep, that's correct. Not 5, 1 minute time frame. Hello trader, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll talk about a very interesting scalping trading system that is not similar with what I introduced to you before in this channel. It's 1 minute scalping strategy. Yeah, I know that it sounds scary and insane, and a lot of swing traders will jump in and say, "What?
Let's have a look if your balance can last for 1 month."
Yep, that's what swing trader will say about those who love scalping. Anyway, there's no right or wrong trading strategy. As long as you can extract some profit out of the market and you can survive in the long term, you're doing well. No need to care about the other people, what they say. But there's one thing I want to say again. Once you choose to be a scalper, you need to train yourself and have a really good control over your emotion. You need to be extremely disciplined, especially in 1 minute time frame, where a lot of a lot of noise and the candles move like crazy. Okay, enough talking. Let's go straight to the system, shall we? Now, the very first thing I need you to do before you open a trading platform is to check calendar. There's several websites that provide a free economic calendar related to all the currencies. One of them I could say FOREX Factory. Well, in case you're a new trader and you don't know what FOREX Factory is and what calendar that I'm talking about, let me show you, new trader, how to use the calendar, because this is extremely important for this system. No checking calendar, no trade at all. No trade at all. No trade. Right, so here's the way that we check the economic calendar. First, you open your web browser and open the website forexfactory.com, and what I highlight on the screen is the economic calendar for today, 10 April. Now, once you have the calendar on screen, you take a look what currency you are trading. In this case, we trade USD Japan yen, right? So if there's any important event related to either USD or Japan yen, then you should mark it down, keep it in mind, and stay away from trading not using this system at least 30 minutes before and after the event happens. The first column represents the time that event will happen in a day. Talking about the time, there's one thing very important that you should pay attention to. It is the time in here may not be the same time zone with your location. Take a look on the top right of the website. There's a clock in here showing the time. This time zone and this time zone is the same, but they are different with my time zone. On the left bottom corner you see here, the current time in my time zone is 3:50 p.m. and here 4:42 a.m. So there's one way to synchronize the website time and your local time. You click right on the clock. It will lead you to this page. In here the website already give you a notice that the synchronized time does not match your device clock. They give you one option. You just need to click on this link and it will do the rest of the synchronized process. So I'll click on that. Now the time zone already corrected with my current time zone in GMT +7, Bangkok, Hanoi, Jakarta. All we need to do is just click Save Setting. Now I have the correct time that is similar with my local time zone. Now we'll go back to the home page of the FOREX Factory. Now look at the first column. All the time in here is your local time, and what you need to do is just note down or keep in mind to stay away from around the time that the important event happened. The second column represents the currency that will be affected by the event. So for example, in my time zone at 5:22 a.m. today, there's one important event that President Trump speaks, and that event will affect the USD. So I'm trading USD Japan yen. I will stay away from the trade before 30 minutes and after 30 minutes from the time that event happened. For those who are new trader or you're a technical trader, all the number in here, you don't need to care about. So all you need to know from the calendar is the time the event happened, the currency that will be affected, and how important that event is. In this calendar, the important event and unimportant event will be categorized with a different color in the impact column. So in here you see there are 4 events that is marked with the red color. It means all of them is important and will give a big impact on the currency. So red color will give a big impact. The orange color, the impact will be medium, not so serious. The yellow color is something that we should not worry about. So for in this case, we do scalping on 1 minute time frame. So you should pay attention and mark event with the red color and orange color. So that is a way that we use economic calendar. The reason I ask you to check calendar, first it is scalping, second we trade on very small time frame, 1 minute. So big movement of the candle is something that we really don't want to have. So that's why to avoid the risk as much as possible, you have to make sure that the time you enter the trade should be 30 minutes. Before and after, there's no whatsoever important event that relates to the currency that you are trading. Right, so that's the first step. You should get it done before you start trading this system. This system is really sensitive with the spread. You know, we're trading on 1 minute time frames. So spread is one of the most important factors that contribute to your success in this system. Take a look at the currency pairs that is available in your trading platform and provided by your broker, and pick the pairs that has the smallest spread among the list. No matter what broker you're trading, but there are some currency pairs that always have the very tight spread compared to the other currency pair in the list. USD Japan Yen, Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD will depend on your brokers, but mostly those pairs offer the best spread among the list. If you consider to use this strategy for long term, I suggest you to take a look around and find the best broker that offer the lowest spread for those currency pairs. The first 2 steps done. Now let's jump to price chart. Now let's pick the currency pair that gives you advantage with a low spread. Well, it's not difficult to spot out some of the currency pair with a low spread. You can see 3 pairs in here that I mentioned earlier: GBP USD, Euro USD, and USD Japan Yen. And you also can pick the AUD USD. So I was just happy to stay with the 4 pair. Okay, now let's try just pick the USD Japan Yen. Whoa, look at that. That's something that you never see in the bigger time frame. Several flat candle with no movement up or down. That is scary. No, I'm kidding. Alright, for this system we just use the naked price chart and stochastic. Let me get the stochastic ready. For the setting for the indicator, you just leave it at the default. I'll get one more indicator and we are good to go. That's ATR. Again, default setting. ATR will assist us in managing trade, and I'll go a little bit more detail later when we come to the part managing your trade. Okay. So the third thing you do is to find a trend in 1 minute time frame. Alright, in here we have a trend. So this is Dow trend. We only look to go short. The second criteria is once you spot the trend, you look down to stochastic and find oversold or overbought. In this case, we only go short, so we expect to have the overbought. But as you can see, there's no overbought here. So there's no chance for us to enter the market during this period. That's fine. It's 1 minute time frame. There will be a lot of trend. So this area, is it trending? You can say it's an uptrend. Now look down to the stochastic. Because it's uptrend, so we only look to go long, and we expect to have oversold in the stochastic. So we have 1 oversold, 2 oversold. This one, no. Now, this is the third criteria of the system, and also really important. We only enter one trade only during the entire trend until the trend finishes and the next trend established. So we only enter that trade during the first oversold or overbought only. So that means even you spot another oversold or overbought later, but we will not enter the market again until the trend finishes and the new trend established. Alright, now come back to this system. This is the first oversold that we spot during the uptrend. So we're going to pick the candle that shows the indication that the stochastic is going up. We enter right at the level that the candle closed. So point 1, check. Point 2, check. Point 3, check. This is a perfect entry and we're at the trade in here. Now, how we manage the trade? Let's first talk about stop loss. Now it is the time that ATR come in handy in this system. I assume that some of you know ATR and some of you never used them before. So first, let's get to know what indicator that we're using and why we're using them for our system. So ATR stands for average truth range. It is a volatility indicator that shows how much an asset moves on average during a given time frame. So this indicator can help day trader or short-term trader or scalper to confirm when they might want to initiate a trade, and it can be used to determine the placement of the stop loss order. So how we use the ATR to determine the stop loss in this case? So the rule is you multiply ATR number by 2 to have a reasonable stop loss at the current market condition. For example, if you open a buy order for one currency pair at the price of, let's say, 10, and the ATR that time is 2. So the stop loss should be 2 times 2 away from your entry. So in this case, we have the price of 10 minus 4. So the stop loss should be at the level 6. Alright, in this case, our entry in here. Let me check what price level is that. Okay, the price at the entry is 108.328. Now we know the price at the entry. Now you look down to the ATR. With this number, you multiply it by 2. So we have a number of pips away from entry that you should set the stop loss. Now let's pull out the calculator. So we have 0.0065 times 2. So we have 0.013. Once we have this number, use the price at the entry minus this number, and you will get the stop levels. So before our entry level is 108.329 minus 108.329. Now we have the stop loss. So this is stop loss. You should place 108.316. I'll use the horizontal line to draw the 108.316. Yep, it is 1 pips away from the entry. I know this is ridiculous, but let me explain. The data that we extract from the ATR right now is not the moment that is not the data that for the period that we take the example during this trend. This is the data at the moment I make this video, and it is just about the morning when the London session just opened and the New York session is not yet open, so the market is pretty quiet. So we get a very small number of the ATR. And of course, it's not relevant for the case that I take as example to show you guys in here. Yeah, just keep in mind that's the way we use the ATR to set the stop loss. For taking profit, my recommendation is we're happy with the risk-reward ratio of 1:1. I know that some of you might say that the ratio is really bad. You know, usually in the other scalping strategy on a high time frame, I never talk about the risk-reward ratio of 1:1, but you know, consider this is a 1 minute time frame that a lot of noise and price movement is unpredictable. So whether we have smaller profit, but the winning rate is higher. That is just my personal recommendation, and it is up to you. You are free to use stop loss that you're happy with and it matches your trading style, or you can add some of your favorite indicator to this system to increase the winning rate. Let's say the MA, let's say Bollinger Band, whatever that make you feel more accurate when enter the trade. That is for the uptrend. Now let's find another example of the downtrend to make sure to get the idea. This is 1 minute time frame, so there will be no space for mistake. Alright, here's one example of the small downtrend. You can see that before that we have another downtrend, and price went into the consolidation area and create another downtrend. Now let's zoom in and find the. Okay, here's the trend we talk about. At this level, it breaks the previous low, so we look for overbought. Start from this moment. Can you spot the first overbought? Yep, it's in here and here. Once you see the candle that indicate the lines going down in the stochastic, you enter the trade at the candle close. So in this case, this will be the candle that I enter the trade. So my entry will be around here. And again, talking about how to calculate the stop loss using ATR. The ATR, like I said before, this number ATR is not relevant to the case we're talking about. So just keep in mind, guys, the way that we calculate the stop loss is your entry price minus ATR number times 2. Alright. So if this formula is confusing and not clear to you, feel free to leave a comment below and I will try my best to make it simpler. And that is 1 minute aggressive scalping strategy. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Happy trading and stay green.